Hey guys, Anthony Tejada with Preferred Real Estate Brokers, and today we're talking about buying a home in another state 101. How does it work? Mortgage, financing, real estate. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Give me that damn intro. Okay guys, so when talking about buying a home in another state, it comes down to usually 3 scenarios, which I'm going to outline for you in this video today. But before we start, if you don't mind hitting the subscribe and notification buttons down below so you are notified of all the new videos I release every week, it truly does help my channel. I get calls literally every week from people wanting to move in the Orlando area that are looking for new and resale homes, and I absolutely love helping each and every one of them out. It is my passion and it is what I like to do. So if you or anyone you know moving in and out of the Orlando, Central Florida area, don't hesitate to give me a call at 407-790-0929. And now to the video. So guys, today we are going to talk about buying a house in another state. How does that work? The mortgage, financing, and the real estate aspect of that kind of purchase. And off the top of my head, there are 3 different scenarios that most people fall into when making this kind of a purchase. We're going to start off with the best scenario to be in when purchasing a home out of the state to the more difficult scenarios as we move along through the video. Cool? All right, let's go. Number 1, you work from home and your job is not affected if you actually move to another state. This means you will be employed wherever you go. This is the ideal situation when it comes to purchasing real estate wherever you want, because your employment is not affected at all. This probably applies to contractors, self-employed entrepreneurs, people who work in insurance, some computer-related jobs, and I suspect a whole lot more now as the world has changed a bit in 2020. Either way, if you do 100% of your job functions at home and you are not required to go to a brick and mortar location, and your parent company is okay with you moving to another state without it affecting your employment, makes it easy for the lender when he puts eyes on your file. He usually sees that you are gainfully employed and will stay that way throughout the state-to-state transition, and that would make it golden. Now, of course, the lender may need a letter from your employer stating that they are willing to keep you employed if you move and you're able to still perform your job duties at 100% if you transition to your new state. But this kind of scenario is definitely the golden ticket. Now, I have seen situations where the majority of the time they can work from home, but once a week or maybe once a month, that person would have to go back to that state and work at that brick and mortar location for whatever job-related functions. I think in this case, you are still okay. As long as you're allowed to work and you continue to work, you are allowed to buy a home in another state and be pretty easily financed. Now, of course, you still have to go on home tours, searches for homes in the new state, but that is a small detail that you can work out with your realtor of choice. Number 2, your job can be transferred to the new state that you're moving to, or you can acquire the same job position. This is the second best scenario, which is if you work for a big multi-state corporation, or maybe even a smaller corporation, even that it just has different office location in multiple states, especially the state that you're looking to move to, and can see if you can get switched or transferred to an office in that new state that you're looking to live in, as long as you can provide a letter of employment that states that you will be gainfully employed, that you are going to keep your job, and that you should be making the same amount of salary you were making in your previous state. The lender then should be able to still use that employer's information to qualify you for the loan of the home. You shouldn't run into much issues. However, there is a little extra work in this scenario because you need to get the correct paperwork, maybe ask for some time off for a seamless transition, initiate the transfer, and go through the proper channels to make your moving to a new state a reality with very few issues. And the final scenario could be the toughest one. I don't want to say it would be impossible, but people have done it before, but it's definitely the most difficult way to move from state to state. And that would be number 3, leaving your job and finding a new employment in a new state. I've had 2 people in the last 2 scenarios above, and it is stressful enough to have to move to a brand new state and get used to new surroundings and assimilate your new life, but adding the financing issues makes it even harder. Unfortunately, for people who want to transfer to a new state outside of the job they currently have is a hard task, but there is a solution if you're willing. So what needs to happen is that you show some kind of proof that your new employer and your new company is in the same job field. And on top of that, it's located in the new state you're buying at. Other than that, I know here in Florida, you would need 2 years of job history in your new employment field to even be considered for a mortgage loan. Some ways around that situation that I have witnessed is one of the parents moves down and rents or stays with family in the area and starts a job while the family stays behind. And then with the realtor facilitates the home buying process to overcome this part of the financing hurdle. I know it can be hard to be away from your family. It is for me, but these are some of the things people are willing to do to sacrifice or to make moves happen. Another scenario is that the whole family moves to the new state and rent for 2 years while the parents get a job and they try to qualify and purchase for a home. The drawback from doing this is the potential for the market to change as well within those 2 years, meaning home prices and interest rates can go up and while you're waiting. Also, never do these things with the intention of breaking a rental lease. I would watch out for that sort of thing as well. Pro tip, never go to the state you're going to move to without doing some research first. See if you can get a job in the same job field. Don't go and hope and pray you find a job. Research the pay, the hours, the job fields, and companies. Everything can be researched online nowadays, so definitely take advantage of that, as that can help you make an informed decision. So guys, that is buying a home in another state 101. How does it work? The mortgage, the financing, and the real estate aspects. I hope this video was helpful to you. And of course, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call or text me at 407-790-0929. Once again, this is Anthony Tejada with Preferred Real Estate Brokers, your trusted Orlando realtor, shattering your expectations. Give me that outro.